Hello video creator. Today we are on the free version of DaVinci Resolve. You don't need the studio version in order to do this. What we're going to do is take a logo. In this case I have a Starbucks logo. It must be a PNG file. If you don't have one, I will leave a link in the description below and you can download that one to follow along. Now I'll play an example of what we're going to create. You can see the logo slides in from left to right and then explodes into many particles. I'll play it again. There you go. Explodes into many particles. Okay, so we have a blank slate as it were. We're on the Edit tab in DaVinci Resolve. What we're going to do is simply right click up here in our media pool. We're going to left click New Fusion Composition. We're going to click Create. And what we're going to do is we're going to drag that down into our timeline. And I'm going to shorten it up to about 4 seconds. Right about there. We got 4 seconds long. So the length of our clip now is going to be 4 seconds. Now what we're going to do is jump into the Fusion page, and I know that scares a lot of people, but there's nothing more powerful than nodes. What you can create is just limitless. Very powerful. So right now all we have is a media out node. What the media out node does is sends what we create in here back to the timeline. Now we need something to put into it, so we're going to right click in our media pool. We're going to import media, and we're going to import our logo that we're going to be working with. We're going to left click that and drag it into our node section. We're going to hit highlight, and we're going to hit F2 to rename it just to keep things organized. And I'm going to simply type a logo there just to keep things organized. Now if we want to view this in our left viewer, we simply drag it up there and we can see it here. Now this is media in and this is out, as I mentioned. If we just connect these two nodes, this is what we would see on the timeline. But we're going to have to add a few more nodes in here to create our effect. So what we do is we highlight the logo, left click on it, then you hit Shift Spacebar to search for our next node. Type in P image, and that's going to bring up the P image emitter. We're going to add that. Then we're going to left click on P image to highlight it, and we're going to add another node that's going to render everything to our media out. So highlight this, shift space again. This time you're going to type in P render, and that's going to bring up our P render node. We're going to add that. Now what we're going to do here is make some changes to create our effect. So I want you to left click on the P image emitter. Then I want you to go up here in the right section in our inspector and click on style. I want you to change it from point to blob. Then in the size controls, take this slider and push it all the way to 0.5. Then we're going to click here in the controls section, and for random seed type about 200 and hit enter. Now what we're going to do is come down here to velocity and make a couple of changes. For the velocity, I want you to set that to about 0.118. For velocity variance, we need that to be 0.134. Now, if we connect our render to our media out, we can see that we're starting to create things, you can see that it's starting to break apart. But the first thing we notice is this is too big. Every node does just one thing, and there's no way that we can resize this yet unless we add another node. So we're going to left click on logo. We're going to hit shift and space bar again, and this time we're going to type transform, and that's going to bring up our transform XF node. Add that to our nodes, left click on it to highlight it. Now you can see in our inspector panel that we can do things with it. We're simply going to bring the size down until it fits within our viewer. Something about like that is fine. Now what we can do is we can go ahead and play this, and we can see that it's starting to break apart. But we have a problem. It's going to the right, and we want it to break up into the screen. So what we have to do is go to our P-image emitter again, and down here where it says angle Z, I want you to change that to -90 and hit enter. Now we can play that back again, and you can see that it's going to break up into the screen. Now this isn't playing in real time because it's very taxing on the systems. So what you can do to make it a little easier, this will only affect the playback, it won't affect the final render. Right click in this area, uncheck high quality, and uncheck motion blur. That will help it to play back easier, and it's going to break apart here. Now we're not done just yet. We're going to add one more node into here. So what we want to do is click on our P-image emitter, and we want to hit shift spacebar again, and this time we want to type in turbulence, and it's going to bring up our P turbulence node. We click add. Now we highlight that. For random seed we want 300, so we'll just type in 300 and hit enter. All three of these, X, Y, and Z strength, we want 0.5. We hit enter, 0.5, enter, and again 0.5, enter. And for the density, we want to change that to 20. So type in 20 and hit enter. Now what we can do is we can go back to our edit tab, and we can play this out and see what we've created. Now you can see it's going to break apart, but this has to render out a little bit before it's going to play full speed. So we hit play again, and it hasn't finished rendering quite yet, but the longer we wait, the more it will render out, and there's pretty much our full thing. Now what I'd like to do is have this play, but I'd like to have our logos stand still for a little bit, come in from left to right, and then blow up. Instead of just blowing up into particles, we'd like it to slide in from left to right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this over slightly. I'm going to bring our logo back in here into our timeline, and this is a little trick to have these two things the same size. Right now this is going to be bigger than what we have here, so if we left click on our top file and we use the zoom feature, we make it smaller. We got to put our playhead so it's over both of them, but you can see that it's not matching up. We'll drag the playhead to the beginning. You can see that we want to make this the same size as our explosion, right about there. That's just a little hack. Keep it over, that way you can view both. Now we're going to shorten this file up so it fits down here. Now it's going to play. We're going to have it, and then it's going to explode. But we want it to slide in from left to right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go here to our Effects tab, and we're going to simply search for Slide. And here's our slide effect. We're going to drag that on to our logo. And what it's going to do now is slide in and then explode. So I'll play that back now. Slides in left to right, and then it explodes. Slides in a little fast. I'm going to make that a little bit longer. So it slides in and then it explodes. It has to render out every time you make a change. We'll give it a little time to render. Slides in, then it explodes. And the more we wait, the more that it'll render. Like I said, it's pretty taxing on a system. If you have a real fast system, it won't take as long. So it slides in, explodes, and there we have it. Pretty simple, using the free version of DaVinci Resolve. Just a neat little thing to create in our Fusion tab, which really isn't that hard to use. So this is rendered out more now. We can play it one more time here and you can see the effect. We can go back into our Fusion tab, and as long as you leave all this alone, basically any other logo you bring into here, you can disconnect it by left clicking. And if you were to bring in another logo, I'll just use the same one as an example. Say this was a different logo, you would just connect it up to here and you would get your same effect with the new logo. So that's it for today, guys. I hope to see you in the next video. Take care.